All right, y'all. Let me see if this is working. It should be fine. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I'm gonna be upfront honest with y'all. I was at work for like nearly 94% of this episode. I came back and Scotty was already talking to Julie. I honestly, you know, wasn't too crazy about seeing Scotty get evicted. All the BS talk about how he might be able to get saved come on, and how production or whatever. I'm not even sure what the episode held, but I'm pretty sure there was like all this flip flopping back and forth. Maybe there's a chance Scotty's going to get saved. And that was all for you casual viewers, because anyone who's a hardcore fan, watches the feeds, knows all of the ins and outs of the show, knew Scotty was going home once he didn't win the veto. That's it. He was gone. But I did say over and over again that there was going to be a jury battle back, not because I personally knew it, but because Caitlyn fucked up. And you have if you're on Twitter, there's a someone who works for production who uses an alias account who said, since so and so fucked up, since Caitlyn fucked up the puzzle, that she's now Grodner is now forced to have a jury battle back. So to maintain the schedule, which is not a bad thing. I think jury battle backs are very exciting for us. Uh, I was surprised though that they're having the battle back before they have the double eviction. Personally, I would think the double eviction would be more exciting to have. Then you have a battle back because you have all this happen, and then the following week or during the week, it's like not even like the evictions happen and you think everyone's gone. Then have a random day like when Big Brother comes on Wednesday, have that be a live episode like they did with season 14. If you watch season 14, there was a special live episode where the house guests didn't know what was going to happen. Julie came on and she was like, "Hey, everyone, be quiet, be quiet. House guests, please come to the living room." And Julie's like, "We're going to have a special eviction episode." And they're like, "What?" Personally, I would have liked to see that happen, where it's like two people got evicted on Thursday. They have the HOH. They have someone on the block, and then Wednesday comes around. Instead of it being like the regular veto episode, it's a live episode where the person on the block is actually evicted at the beginning, and then they have a battle back with the two double eviction Scotty plus they would have seven people battling back, and that to me seems it would be more interesting to watch. The battle backs are always super predictable because right now, if it's going to be physical, Scotty's gonna win that shit. Hopefully, I'm hoping to God that if the people in the house, they're planning on trying to put Fessy up against a pawn or Haley up against a pawn. That's dumb, and I'm gonna talk to you about that later on. But hopefully, whoever wins this HOH doesn't do something where it's gonna fuck up. Hey, what's up, Blake? Doesn't fuck up like plans of keeping the season alive. And so if they follow through and put up Haley next to a pawn or Fessy next to a pawn, and the other wins veto and pulls the other one down, that right there is gonna be some shit. Cause I guarantee you, if that happens, if JC is not the HOH, JC's gonna go up and JC's gonna go home, and they're gonna swear up and down, "Oh, we're sending Sam out. Don't worry, we're sending Sam out." Nah, JC's ass is going home, and I am there for that. Having JC in the battle back versus Scotty, Rockstar, and Bailey, I don't think JC stands a chance personally. If it's a physical competition, no one really stands a chance against Scotty in a physical competition. So, I mean, it is what it is. I am glad that Scotty got evicted now, so that way the rest of the house can sort of show its true color. Because Scotty was the good guy, relatively speaking. And Fessy and Haley are gonna figure that out the hard way, because they honestly, well, not Haley, but JC, Fessy honestly believe JC is a good guy and he has his back, and I want that to blow up in his face so bad. I don't want Fessy to get evicted because I don't want Fessy to come back. So this upcoming week, if Fessy gets evicted and it's a physical competition, Scotty may not be able to beat Fessy. Well, Blake, if you got here late, I honestly did watch it because I was at work, and honestly, I feel so gross. I want to go take a shower, but I just wanted to come and see what had happened. I figured that Scotty was going to get evicted. Okay, woo, okay, Scotty gets evicted. Tell me something I don't know or didn't know. I don't know. I'm just over. this right now so far, Big Brother. I was talking about it at work, and people were like, "Oh, you still watch it? Yeah, this is a good season. This was one of the best seasons, in my opinion, since 14." But right now, it's hitting that patch like most good seasons usually do. There's this patch. Well, thank you, Blake. I'm glad that someone's telling me that I did miss it because low key, I was like, "Oh, is it bad?" But then you reassured me with the first comment, and now watching it, it seemed kind of boring. Like when Scottie was talking to Julie, the interview was, in my opinion, long because I had gotten here maybe right as he had sat down, but she was already talking to him about his decision to try to pin something on Sam or some sort of reasoning with Sam and how he was trying to get Sam to talk to Fessy about putting Haley up or whatever. Was it a good plan? Maybe, but Fessy isn't that smart. Fessy wasn't that bright, and he also doesn't think that Sam is a threat to either him or Haley, even though Sam won an HOH that he and Haley didn't. Sometimes the logic with Fessy and that side of the house just cracks me up. But right at this point, I'm beating a dead horse. Episode was boring. Thank you for letting me know. There's a battle back. That's the best news that we've gotten in a long time for from this season. I forgot. Well, I'm not. I don't say I forgot. It's just the season has sort of gotten stale, and the hacker twist wasn't as exciting. It was more disruptive, and it hurt a lot of fans' feelings. But I don't think it was as exciting as production was hoping it was going to be. What? You hate battle backs? Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. If you don't like battle backs, the alternative was to have a rewind week. Which do you prefer, a battle back or a rewind week? I personally want a I prefer a battle back. Rewind weeks are boring. I just think they're so fucking boring. And I don't know, maybe that's just me cuz watching it and us knowing that nothing everything they're doing doesn't matter, that to me is boring. I'd much rather have someone leave and then have the other house guests realize that one of them is for sure coming back into the house. What? Sheepy? Why? Why didn't you watch this week? I mean, it was boring, but I guess that's probably a good reason not to watch it. Low key, I've been binge watching Shameless. I found it. Yeah, yes, Lance, it was very boring. But low key, I've been binge watching Shameless. I started season one like literally last week. I'm already on like the middle of season six. But anyway, back to Big Brother. If Who are you hoping wins this? Oh, HOH. Let's talk about that. I think they're trying to like I'm not saying cover their ass, but their production's trying to be like, oh yeah, this HOH is coming back where we get to help another person win. That right there is so such bullshit because they know that Sam is going to help Tyler. What I've talked about so far is Scotty's eviction, the boring episode, how I knew all this was going to happen. Lance, I talked about how I didn't watch 94% of the episode because I was at work, and I feel sticky because, I've been sweating. But I'll take a shower after this. This is more important. Tyler says he doesn't want to win, but if this is an episode where, or an HOH where, they're trying to get somebody else to win for someone else. If they all start trying to give their tickets to Tyler and he's like, no, I don't want it, that right there is gonna should let Fessy, who's watching, and Haley know something's not right. So if Sam is trying to help Tyler out, but Tyler's like, no, don't give that to me, that right there should seem suspicious. So if they're not trying to help each other out, then I don't know. But at the same time, it's really convenient that the moment that Tyler doesn't want to win an HOH, there's an HOH where they can help someone else win. Lance, maybe you're right. Maybe it is going to go over their heads. I mean, look who we're talking to. Haley has shown to be more perceptive than the other people in her alliance. However, she's not as vocal. She will not look at someone and say, dude, you're being fucking stupid. She'll wait and go into the diary room and complain about it and say no until, like, show her true emotions to us. But she needs to be like, stop. She needs to be more assertive, and she's not. And that right there is the problem. Blake, the HOH that ruined season 19 was actually all of them that Jessica and Cody weren't in charge. That's just my opinion. Season 19 was ruined by the fact that Paul was brought back into the house and given like what, 3 weeks of safety. Shame on you, big brother. That was so dumb. I'm sorry. I can't stand 19. To me, it wasn't as well. No, it was boring. It was worse than 15. But you know, 15's got its own problems. So let's not even bring that up. But if Haley was more assertive and she looked at Fessy and said, "Bitch, you are my bitch. You better not put Scottie on the block." That would have been the end of it. All she had to do was grab him by the balls, or she could have said, "If you don't put him up, I'll have sex with you," and then say, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." I'm such a bad person. But no, that would have been some shit, wouldn't it? She'd be like, "Yo, Fessy, if you put Scottie on the block, I'm not having sex with you. I was gonna, but now if you put him on the block, it ain't gonna happen." Yeah, I know, Lance, it's true. If she had said, if you did that and put Scottie up, I'm not having sex with you, Scottie, I bet you Scottie would still be in that house. I bet you Haley, all she did was like withhold sex or say, sex was gonna be involved, and any person Fessy wanted on the block would have been on the block. But oh well, it is what it is. Haley is who Haley is. You either love her or hate her for it. But I don't know. And Lance, you were talking to me on my other video about Zingbot and those zings. Did anyone else watch my other video? Because those zings were tired, y'all. I was watching and I was thinking to myself, what is this? That was some corny stuff. I'm not sure about that, Blake. She would have found that to be he would have probably found that to be more like passive aggressive, and he probably would have gotten real pissed off about it. Personally, I believe that if she had said something about "I won't hold hands with you, I won't talk to you," he would test her and put Scottie up just to piss her off to see if she would do what she said she would do. If she had promised something that he has never had, which is her vagina, then I guarantee you Tyler and Brett would have been nominated, but Tyler would use his Cloud app. However, using sex as a weapon, from a psychological standpoint, it's kind of crazy and is really controlling, and that's not who Haley is. So, because I would have done that, because I would have done that, doesn't mean that she would have. And so I guess you could say that's telling of my character, but $500,000 though. Fessy wasted his HOH. Scottie's gone. To summarize this video, if Scottie goes to the when Scottie goes to the jury house, when it's time for a battle back, depending on who comes out this week, Scottie's probably going back in. Will it help? No. I mean, it's too late at this point. The only way it's going to help is if something like a huge secret blows up. And so as of right now, there are 8 people left in the house. So Tyler can't use his power anymore. Is it correct? His power expires at 8 people? Or is it once 8 people, or once there are no longer 8 people in the house? Because if his power still exists now, that would be kind of fucked up. Because he would be safe. Do I think Fessy's HOH should have went down? To benefit his game, to further his game, he should have nominated, in my opinion, Angela and Tyler. Leave Brett alone, because Brett has been proven not to be able to win shit. On my last video, I talked about how Brett won the veto. It's not that Brett won, it's that everybody else lost, if that makes sense. Because that veto competition, first off, the people in that house aren't very bright. Because if I would go in each and every time and I would see someone's adding stuff to a pile, I'm gonna know right then and there someone is hiding something. Someone's hiding something. You don't have to move that shit out of the way. Just dig to the bottom. They're mattresses. It's not like it's a bunch of sawdust or a bunch of hay. you can literally just worm your way underneath and look and see what they're hiding because you have to know that it's at the bottom. But that's yesterday's problem. Who cares? Personally, to benefit himself, Fessy should have put up Angela and Tyler. They were not going to help him. They were not going to help him. I'm sorry. I don't know why he wouldn't. And I'm not sure no, I know why. It's all about Brett and Scottie liking and touching on Haley and him not liking that. Fessy is probably the most insecure person in that house besides Sam. And it's sad that there are so many people in that house that are just in their feelings. Haley, I think, is a little bit more privy to the idea that Tyler's going to be the one to backstab her, Tyler and Angela both. But I think she's holding out for hope, looking around and believing and feeling that there is no alliance in the house. I'm not sure how they haven't figured it out. I honestly do not know. Blake, if you don't like Sam, I understand why you don't like Sam. I personally feel sorry for her. There are many recruits that, go into the house thinking Big Brother is something totally different. And I have this idea of what Big Brother is that I know for a fact is completely wrong because I'm not in the house. I've never been in the house. I don't have any expectations if I ever were to go, but I know for a fact that the way that I'm thinking Big Brother works isn't how it works. Plus, I'm a foodie, y'all. Like, you can't tell. I mean, I've lost a little bit of weight, but right here, like, I love to eat. And some of the diets they go on it's so crazy. Like, some of the food that they give them, like, to not the have-nots, but, like, regular food, like, I love apples. And they get, like, the jankiest apples. And, like, potatoes and, like, black beans and purple rice. Like, I eat like a weird person. I look at them eating their food and I'm like, I would starve in there. I would starve because I don't know what that is and I don't want it. Talk about vegan and then they're like animals. They eat out of stuff with their spoons and they're gross, y'all. Angela and Casey do it. Bailey was a nasty chewer. Brett was a really weird chewer. But anyway, I'm digressing. Y'all stop talking. It's going on 17, about 18 minutes, and I gotta take a shower, y'all. Like the video, share the video, write comments down below. Lance, I love you for the comment you posted yesterday on my video, or maybe it was this morning. I'm not sure. I got the update late. But if you want to leave a comment, I highly recommend it. Let me know what you think about what I've said. I want to hear what you think about what you've seen. And just let's start a conversation. Big Brother is something that I really enjoy talking about, as you can probably tell. And I hope to do it in the diary room next summer. Come on, get me trending, y'all. Follow me on Twitter. My handle is s.k. Turner77. Or follow me here. Subscribe. It wouldn't hurt. You'll get all my updates as soon as I go live. Here I am. Speaking of going live, Blake, did that ever update for you? Are you able to see when I'm going live now? I guess waiting for you to respond is kind of dumb because you could have left. Somebody left. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Have a great weekend, and I will see you Sunday. All right. Good job. Peace out for now, y'all. Mwah.